So it is July 31st, 2025, and we have EmmaXMitchell's litter of large mini to small medium Australian Labradoodles. They are 7 weeks old today. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. But what does that mean? When they're 7 weeks old, we have to give their 7-week first distemper and parvo vaccine. So let's go ahead and get the puppies out. We want to show them off. We want to tell you who's available and who is not. It's kind of been the same for the last 2 weeks or so. We have 3 puppies reserved and 3 available, and they get to go home next week. So let me know if you have any interest in this litter. But let's go ahead and start with the first puppy. So first off, we want to start with Miss Pink, and she was our first puppy reserved in this litter. And she is gorgeous. So she is on the smaller side of all the puppies, at least. Isn't she so pretty? So if you watched our last video of the puppies, we went to the vet and everybody's heart was good. All the boys had their testicles, teeth. And she has a very, very mild umbilical hernia. Like, it's smaller than a pea, and it's like right now I pushed it in, so it's still open, so it could close on its own. She's falling asleep. But like when she first eats and her belly's really pudgy, like when I pick her up, I can feel it more then. But it's really, really tiny. Like, it's one of the tiniest ones we've ever had. And we've had some. Umbilical hernias, they can be genetic. And of course, it doesn't hurt them. It's just, you know, puppies can be born with them. Or it could be from where if the mom has pulled the umbilical cord when the puppies were being born or cleaning up afterwards, it can be from that. So we never know. But of course, if it's not a dog that's kept for breeding, it's nothing to worry about. White chest. I guess I can show laying everybody on their back. They're so calm. They're playful. Loosey-goosey hands. So I know I hold them so close to the camera, but I do want to try to hold them back here so you can see they are smaller than what people recognize. I think when they come, they're like, oh my goodness, or realize, not recognize. They're like, oh my goodness, you know, we didn't know they were this small. It's because I hold them so close to the camera. Are you ready for your vaccine? Like I said, she is reserved. Vaccine. So we always do it left shoulder. So always scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin. Push through. Pull back. There was a suction. That means that we were in the skin. So then we give it. So there have been times, I mean, it happens to where when you put it in and if you pull back, if air comes in, then that means that you aren't in the skin. You're somehow getting air. So you have to make sure there's a suction. So, and it doesn't hurt if that happens to pull out and get the air out of the needle and, you know, get it ready and start again. I don't think that she really minded that vaccine. What do you think? So we had talked about teeth. Some of the puppies have just base narrow. So this canine is normal. That one's fine. This one is base narrow. It's in a little. You can't see the tip of it because it's inside. But her bite is good. Not an overbite, not an underbite. She's like, why are you doing all this to me? I just woke her up. They're all sleeping right now. That's why I thought this was a good time to do this. To get them up and get them outside. Once I'm done with them, put them out. All right, enough talking, huh? She is so sweet. I'm actually just gonna go lay her back down because she might go back to sleep. You might go back to sleep, huh? It's about lunchtime. We're getting there. All right. Here is Mr. Orange. And oh my goodness, guys, tell me, is he not the most handsome boy ever? He's the only one in this litter with that light nose, the light eyes. And he is a party, so he is mostly white. He's got some red markings. Not too many though. So we've got both ears, that one eye. So we did go out of order on this video. I normally do puppies in order of birth, and I've always done that from the beginning, but the puppies that are in there sleeping, you know, I'm just kind of grabbing ones that look like I can get them first without upsetting any of the others. And when I say upsetting, it's just waking them up and getting them, you know, going. Isn't he so handsome? You see yourself? Oh, I hear your sister or your brother in there. We'll have to get Mr. Blue next and do him and then put him out because he's already, I can hear him jumping around in there. They're in the living room in our area where they're getting used to stuff, getting used to people, smells, TV, all of that. Of course, they already know people, but just new people. Isn't he so handsome? All right, so everything was normal on him. He does have one base narrow though. So it's the opposite. No, it was the same as the girl we just had. So this canine is normal. And this canine, it's hard with bigger puppies because I can't hold them at the same time to show them. But that canine is in a little. It's like you can't see the tip of it. And I know I hate that. I'm so OCD about teeth. And we're not getting a lot of perfect teeth, and it's okay. You know, of course, they're like the base narrows, the adult teeth will grow in normal, and they're very mild. So his right side was fine, but his left side had base narrow, and that's okay. What are you doing? Huh? Oh my goodness, I heard your brother in there. When it gets close to lunch, he lets me know. So Mr. Blue, he is a big boy, and he lets me know because he's hungry. So since this boy does not have a home, so he is available. Since he does not have a home, we do the vaccine without asking the families. So if a puppy is reserved, we do give them an option whether we do the vaccine or we do not do the vaccine, because the puppies have to go to the vet within 3 days of pickup. So these puppies get to go home in a week, but if they go to the vet, like if we give the vaccine now and then they go to the vet in a week and a day or a week and 2 days or how many days that they get into the vet, they don't need to get another vaccine. So as long as the families are okay with telling the vet no on a vaccine, not doing another vaccine until they're 11 weeks old, then I'm happy to give it. But if the families are kind of not, if they don't know what to say to the vet, of course I've got it all on the paperwork, I've got the sticker, I've got the schedule, like I have it all written out. But sometimes it's really hard for families to tell doctors yes or no. Does that make sense? So I always tell people I'm happy to give it. It's best if I give it to go ahead and get them started. But we want to make sure that your vet doesn't go ahead and give another one until 11 weeks old. So they do need to go to the vet and get checked out. Just an exam and a fecal, but not a vaccine until 11 weeks old. And the whole reason that I even mention that in this is because I don't know by the time I get to Yellow, I'm not going to do her vaccine yet because I haven't heard from that family. So I don't know if they want me to go ahead and give it or wait. You ready, handsome? All right. So if anybody is not seen me here before or anything like that, I was a vet tech for 7 years. It doesn't mean that I'm doing things like a vet. We still go to the vet and all that good stuff. But I order the vaccines from the same place. I store them the same. So instead of loading the puppies up and exposing them again at 7 weeks old, we went to the vet last week. We just want to make sure that the puppies are healthy. So scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin, push through, pull back, there's a suction. So we give it. I know, darling. So he is vaccinated. Now this is their first vaccine, so they're not fully vaccinated until they are 15 weeks old for distemper and parvo. So they get one at 7 weeks, 11 weeks, and 15 weeks. And then 19 weeks is when they get their rabies and Bordetella. But he is available, so let me know if you have any interest in this boy. Next is Mr. Blue, and I don't know if you can tell, but he is a big boy. He's wagging his tail. He's a big boy. Is him a good boy? He was wagging it. What do you think, handsome? So he has perfect teeth. So his teeth are normal. Canines line up where they're supposed to. He's so big I can't grab with both hands. On both sides. And he's got the thickest little jaws and the thickest face. And his ears. He really is very, very handsome. And he is a good boy. Now he is a little bossy. So he likes to let you know when he's hungry. He likes to let you know when he wants to get out and play. If you walk by and he thinks that he should eat, even though he just ate, he's gonna let you know. We're working on that. You know, it's hard when you have litters of puppies and you've got one barking. You know, you don't want them to be teaching the other ones to bark, but then you also, like, you gotta figure out what can help them not do that. So I'm giving them things with, say, like some different kinds of like treats that has, you know, some either peanut butter or something on it that kind of keeps them busy. So we're working on it. We're really trying, and they are doing a really good job. They're eating in the crates every meal. Say hi. Hi. But he is available. We've had some people ask about him, but no takers yet. No takers yet. We did have him kind of halfway reserved because Peppy Pick was after the vet exam, and we got the answers on that by Tuesday. So, and today's Thursday. We're just working. I cannot believe they're 7 weeks old already. I know I already said that one time. Can you see how big? Huh? Are you a big boy? Are you a big boy? He's very sweet. So about midway through this week, I'll go ahead and, you know, get our weights again and, you know, do their 3 days in a row of deworming, of safeguard. What else? We'll go ahead and get them like fully trimmed up, not do their baths yet. But we have 3 puppies that will be leaving when they're 8 weeks old. So we'll go ahead and do everybody the same though. Get everybody trimmed up and all of that. I think I did their hair last time when... It's probably been, what, a week and a half or so when I trimmed them up last time. They have the thickest hair, though. Are you a good boy? Are you? Huh? You give kisses. He's mad, though. He's like, where's my food? Like I said, it is 12:30 almost, so it's past lunchtime. That's why. That's why. All right, it's time for a vaccine, okay? It's time for a vaccine. So we are gonna scratch, tint the skin, push through, pull back, there's a section, so we give it. Now I always do the left shoulder, and I note it on their paperwork because that's what the vets do. They always do left shoulder for distemper and parvo, right shoulder for rabies. It's just, you wanna note it because if they ever come up with like an inflammatory spot or you know, like I know rabies a lot of times when I used to work at the vet, rabies would always, after a few weeks, would have like a little hard lump there, and then it would stay for a couple months, and people would be so worried. And, you know, I'd always pull up the chart and look back and say, you know, they just come in for rabies. Did you notice it before then? And it's in the right shoulder, so it's more than likely that. They're, you know, kind of just... You worry about stuff like that, but we just like to know where it's given, but it's always the left shoulder. Ain't it? Show me your big paws. Show them those big paws you got. Oh my goodness gracious, look at those things. I think he's over me right now. All right, so we got 2 more puppies to do the vaccines on. 1 we're still waiting, so we'll have to come back in a little while once we get the answer to that. I don't want to think ahead that that might be what they want if I'm not certain. So let's go ahead. Let's go get Miss Purple. She's not reserved yet. All right, so here's Miss Purple. Everybody talks about her looking like a little lamb, and she is so gorgeous. Like, it looks like she has eyeliner on. She has the speckled nose. Like, she is just precious. So this ear doesn't really have any red on it. If, like, once it gets wet, you will see there's some color underneath. Like little speckles on there, so they might end up showing through, kind of like these did. But it might take a little bit. She's so pretty. And she's very, very sweet. She actually is super calm. You know, she is playful to an extent, but a lot of times she's kind of doing her own thing, and she's very calm. So, she's mostly white. There is one spot. Where is it? Oh, right here. Right there that has red on it. And when she gets her hair cut, you're going to be able to see it better. Except for right now, it's kind of hiding underneath the puppy hair. But once the hair comes off, like that long hair, you will be able to see it more. But isn't she gorgeous? Oh, I forgot to put the rest of the puppies on their back. Everybody is super loosey-goosey. Like, very, except for they're getting big, so it's hard to do, but see, like they are, everybody's like that. Like I'm constantly putting them on their back, petting their stomach, scratching their chest, all of that stuff. So everything is healthy with Miss Purple except, and I hate to say except, so she actually has an overbite. So having an overbite, she has one base narrow, just like, you know, the 2 other ones, not blue, but the other 2 that we saw. But then one of the other ones is kind of touching the gums too because the overbite. So I've had a few overbites in my 13 years, almost 14 years now of breeding, but I've never had one this severe. And I think I said in the last video, we're not going to say severe because it's not like, oh my gosh, that overbite. But it's pretty drastic, you know? I mean, it's not just like just a little bit of an overbite. It's definitely an overbite. So I don't know what that entails for her future. I mean, obviously, you know, what it's looking like even right now, if anything had to be done, it's only going to be with those bottom canines. But I am in all hopes that when her adult teeth grow in, the adult teeth are going to be bigger, that it's going to help adjust her mouth and not be an issue. But I can't promise anything. So to have teeth like this and have a bite like this, we can't promise anything yet, but we are going to pray about it. We're going to cross our fingers. And then we hope the family that does get her maybe gets pet insurance. And I don't know kind of what that entails with like pre-conditioned stuff, or if they even, I don't know, see that, because it will be, nothing will be done until the adult teeth come in anyways. So, you know, if they do go ahead and get that insurance, you know, and something has to be done, you know, by the time her adult teeth are coming in, you know, maybe they could do it while, you know, while they spay her and her teeth at the same time, or I don't know. There might not be an issue. But let me show you. So I've always, and I think in one of the videos I showed her sideways like this, and I thought it was so cute with her kind of nose sticking out, but that is her overbite. Let me find a different way to hold her. So you see that canine, it is base narrow a little, but my vet thinks that that one wouldn't be like that if she didn't have her overbite. So it's actually so super close to being correct. So that's why I'm thinking that once the adult teeth come in, it's going to help adjust the mouth, because their mouth, just like people, adjust to so many things. And then this one is the same. You see, it's not too far behind that canine, like it's in the right line. But then that poor overbite. So, what do you guys think? I've never had one like this before. You know, we've had underbites, we've had very minimal overbites, but nothing like this. But she's eating, playing, chewing on stuff. Like, she's a happy girl, but she is on the calmer side, but you know, it's nothing like she's not hurting. It's not anything like that. But isn't she gorgeous? So we are going to, fingers crossed, hope that her adult teeth will just grow in normal and help adjust her mouth. And I think she will be fine. I mean, I've got higher hopes that it will fix itself more than worsen. All right, so she's not reserved. So we are doing a vaccine. So she's a good girl. All right, so scratch, scratch, scratch. And when I say scratch, it's just like kind of irritating the skin a little to, you know, make it feel, I guess, not that stick as much. So we tinted the skin. There was a suction. So we gave it. And she is so pretty. So next is Mr. Green. Oh my goodness. What do you think about that face? And the color? He has darkened and he will continue to darken. His nose is almost filled in, and it will. But he is a gorgeous tuxedo. And very calm, very sweet. He's playful, but a lot of times he sits back and he just watches. Like when I'm doing things and the puppies are wrestling and playing and, you know, barking at each other, I look and he's sitting there like staring at me. He is so sweet. So he is reserved. So the family that had to pick between him and Blue did decide to go with him, obviously because of looks, but they wanted to make sure temperament was good too. And they think he's going to be perfect for the doodles they already have at home. So that is so exciting. And they named him Lenny. Oh my goodness. So Miss Pink is Honey. Of course, Miss Yellow we'll see in a second. Her name is Indy. And then this is Lenny. This is my kind of name for a dog. I'm like, Leonard. Oh, that's too funny. Lenny's a sweet boy. So his teeth. Both of his are very mild base narrow. So very, very mild. So they might actually, I've had ones like this fix themselves by the time the puppy leaves here. So we'll just have to see. So one of the questions might be with base narrow teeth, what do you do? So they do recommend ball therapy to, you know, get a ball that's about the size of their mouth and have them chew on it. And hopefully it'll push those teeth out some while the adult teeth are coming in. But I've had people even not do that, and the adult teeth always come in normal. For this type at least. It's not, you know, those are our base narrows that we've had are always mild. What do you think, Lenny? I'm a good boy. He is very good. What do you think, handsome? All right, big boy, let's put you on your back. Oh, I know. There we go. Loosey-goosey hands. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mom? All right, it's vaccine time. Your mama said it's a good to go. What do you think? Very handsome and very sweet. Makes me very happy to have puppies like this. All right, vaccine. I know, handsome. All right, so scratch, scratch, scratch. Tint the skin. Push through. Pull back. There's a suction. So we give it. Yes. that my best boy? They don't even budge with the vaccines. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get Miss Yellow and show her off and all of that. We're not gonna do her vaccine yet because I'm not sure yet. But then we've got to feed lunch and do all that. So we might have to take a pause and kind of see, and then we will be back. Let's go grab Miss Yellow real fast. Here is Miss Yellow, and I did just check my phone, and they did like literally just text me back, and they said let's go ahead and do it. So we will be vaccinating her as well. So the whole litter is vaccinated, which makes me happy. That's what I like. Sometimes we have families that, want to hold off, and I get that and let their vet do the first one. But I always recommend to get it going a week before they leave. Of course, when they're drinking mom's milk, they are getting her antibodies. So as long as mom is vaccinated, they're getting her antibodies and stuff like that. But we definitely need to get them started and boosted before they leave so it can be in their system. So that is what I like. And of course, it's not her fault that they didn't text me back until now. I just texted them like 2 hours ago. So for someone to text me right back, people have jobs and meetings and all kinds of stuff. All right, so this is Miss Yellow. So she is a little stout thing. So she has a small frame, but she's thick. Like the family actually came and visited her on Saturday and got to meet her and all of that stuff. Even though they had already put a deposit down on her, they just wanted to stop by and meet her. And they loved her, which was nice, which makes me happy. She's so sweet. She is the most relaxed in this litter, the calmest. She's the calmest. Blue's kind of the more, I'm not going to say even hyper because I don't think anybody's hyper in this litter. Blue is just he kind of tells you what he wants. He's a little bossy, and then the rest are right in the middle. Miss Purple can be more like her, kind of laid back. They're all, because then Green too, he's more relaxed than not. So everybody's just so good. Very happy puppies. You ready for me to give you a shot? Oh, her teeth. So her teeth are almost perfect. So this side is normal. And this side is barely touching. So barely base narrow. And it's actually, crazy thing is it's actually better. Like when I showed the family when they came on Saturday, it's more out now than it was. So it's actually better now than it was on Saturday. So who knows, that one could in the next couple weeks be out and be fine. What do you think? Are you a good girl? You're very sweet. You have the prettiest eyelashes. So a lot of times some of our curly puppies they kind of have more kinky eyelashes. But look, I don't know if you can see hers, how they just roll up. So like they're just thick and gorgeous. I wish I had eyelashes like you. Yes, I do. All right, so let's go ahead and give the vaccine. I'm happy that she went ahead and texted me back, which it's not her fault. She didn't. I was just late with asking. All right, so tint the skin. She did this when we did the microchip. So everybody else was so quiet and she did a little whine. She didn't tense up. Like, I don't know if I didn't feel her body do anything, but oh, did that hurt? I'm so sorry. It was just a little sting. Oh my goodness. What? Are you mad at me? What is that? What is that? Is that a toy? Oh yeah? This is what I give them to chew on. Oh, big ol' yawn, huh? Big yawn. So I didn't make her too mad. She's still chewing on something from me. So let's go ahead. We're actually gonna end this video here, and I hate that, but I've got Lottie's puppies video I've got to finish of them going home because that litter has left. And then we even have, I don't know if you've seen me, keep looking over on this side. She is here. She is huge. And she's due to have puppies. She was actually due, I had hers yesterday, and usually when I have their due dates, it's like usually that night or the next morning. So today is the day, I believe. Her belly is just massive. So we're gonna be having our last litter of puppies here in the next couple months, which makes me happy too. Me super happy. All right, guys. So this is Miss Yellow. And tell you what, I'll get a little video of all the puppies together, either them outside or something. I'll get a little video of them all together, and then that will be it. So in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye. So I've tried to get in there a few times with them and do videos, but if you know puppies, they want to be up around your hands and your face and your feet, and I just can't get them on video very good. So we've got Miss Pink, we got Miss Purple, we got Mr. Blue, and then we've got back there Miss Yellow kind of doing her own thing. That's what she does. Bup, bup. She's just keeping herself busy, and that's what she does. She's a good girl. And then we've got Mr. Green. Are you ready to go inside, Mr. Green? And then Mr. Orange. Puppy, 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 puppy. Whoa. Hey. Oh my goodness, he's so tired. What, Miss Purple? Hey, Mr. Green. Miss Pink, that was loud. That was loud. Pretty girl. Sweet, sweet babies. Sweet, sweet babies. What do you think, Miss Yellow? Puppy, puppy, puppy. Pup, 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 pup. She just does her own thing. What are you doing, Pup Pup? Puppy, puppy, puppy. None of my sounds are working today for this litter. They are so sweet. Hey guys. Hey darlings. Hi, I love you. Yeah. Now there's that girl's pretty face. Not for long. Hey, handsome.